In this tutorial I will be showing you how to make a simple Minecraft walking animation in Blender. Before anything, make sure you have Blockbench and Blender installed, link in the description. Let's begin. So this is where we begin. So you've gone on Blender and you've clicked generic model and it brings you to this. So the first thing you want to do is obviously delete this silly cube because we don't need that. Same with this little light in the top left, or just delete it here. All we need is the camera. So how do we actually get the Minecraft player into Blender? Now, I've already made a tutorial on this, so you can watch that for more detail. But for people who already have their Minecraft skin in Blender, skip to this timestamps just so you don't have to watch me showing you how to put the Minecraft player in it for people who don't know. So if you don't know, you have to install a software called Blockbench, and then you press Minecraft skin, and then create new model. Select if you want slim or wide. So I've got my Minecraft skin is a wide player, so I'm going to click on wide. Then you need to import your Minecraft skin's texture. So there we go. Now I've imported mine. So hopefully you have like a skin file like this on your computer that you can just import into Blockbench. Then from here you just go File, Export, and then it should be an option called GLFT model. Now after you've exported this, you need to give it a name, and then you can come back to Blender, and then you go Import GLFT 2.0, and then you get the model that you just had. And then here it is, but then it's all grey for some reason. So there's a little tiny button in the top right that you just click, and it says Viewport Shading. And there you go, here it is, simple as. So now we've got the player into Blender, we want to know how, I want this player like move. I want to make a walking animation. So as you can see, it's already got a walking posture. So I'm going to keep this kind of style. So what you want to do is you want to go to the bottom here and pull this up, and this is like the animation interface, I want to say. Like it's the keyframes where it shows all the keyframes. So and in the top right here, it shows all like the body parts, and you might realize, oh no, it's only showing the legs and the waist. There's no arms. The arms are actually part of the waist. So if you click the waist and then move it, these parts are actually separate to the legs. So you can move everything above the legs together because it's all in one. Blockbench has done all of these like bones automatically. It's kind of linked them all together automatically, so you don't have to do that, which is what I like about Blockbench. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight everything and then press Insert Keyframe. Now this will give it like a starting position of the animation. So I want to start it with this and go from here. So I normally do about every 20 frames a walking cycle. So from here, we need to do everything of this, but the opposite. So I'm not going to animate the head or anything, it's just going to be the body parts. So if we get the left arm, which is the right arm, it's the opposite way around, it's confusing. So this is the right arm and this is the left arm, even though it's on the left side, it's a bit confusing, but that's the right arm. So we're going to rotate it this way, in the opposite direction it was before, and press Insert Keyframe. And then we're going to do the same for this one. We're going to rotate it in the opposite direction it was before, Insert Keyframe. Now if we go back to 0, we can see that the arms are moving, so we know it's worked. And then we do the same for the legs. So there we go, we've got a simple movement going on here, and it is really as easy as that. Now what we want to do is we want to keep this animation going for another 250 frames. So I'm going to right click the right arm, and I'm going to highlight, make sure these are yellow. So what you want to do is highlight these and they should become yellow. You want to press copy and then move 20 frames over, which is frame 40, and then you want to right click again and then press paste. What this has done is it's just copied that just for that arm, that body part. But we don't want it to go for just like 60 frames, we want it to go for longer. So after 60 is 80. So what you can do if you're on Windows, you can do a quick shortcut, which is Control V, and another 20 frames, Control V, and yeah, it's really as easy as this. So now we have a simple arm moving animation, and let's say, yeah, we want to do this for all the body parts, so it actually looks like it's moving. So we're going to do what we just did for that arm. So we're going to highlight this, press copy, move to frame 40, Control V, and then every frames I'm just going to paste the 2 frames in like this. And there we go, we've got the arms moving back and forth, and it actually looks like we're like kind of like walking. And there we go, we've got the arms moving back and forth, and it actually looks like we're kind of like moving now. So to make it I'm actually walking, I'm going to grab the right leg, and we're going to do the exact same thing with the arms. And yeah, this is what I've been doing. If I ever want to make like a walking animation, I'll just copy the keyframes that I've done in the previous one. So yeah, it's also a really good way to show off your player, just like moving as well, show off your Minecraft skin a bit. So now we've got 250 frames. Let's say we want to kind of like render this into an animation. So let's get started into like the settings of this. So you want to click this button here, render, and it should say Eevee. Now, Eevee is a great render engine, but I'm going to go for Cycles because it's just a more detailed picture. And the problem with Cycles, well, it's the only problem I've ever had with Cycles, is the animations take so long to render. So what I do is I go on to Output, and then I scroll down, and I click the button that says Skip, and then I skip every 5 frames, so it only renders every 5 frames. So there will only be 50 frames in the animation, making it pretty simple. It won't be as smooth, but it'll take quicker to render, and most people prefer that. If you would prefer a smooth animation, don't do this and just leave it on the Eevee engine if you prefer it. But I go with this because the animation quality is much better. And then you can also increase resolution. So at the moment it's at 1920. I can add it. I can increase it to about that. But I'm going to keep it how it is. And then you want to save it somewhere you know. So I normally go downloads folder. And then you can either choose to render it in PNGs or a video. Now I'm going to render it in a video so it's more simplified. If you want to render it in PNGs, you can. The reason why you should render it in PNGs is because you can make it a transparent video so it doesn't show a black background. You can press film and then make it transparent. So when the video is rendered, you can put any like background behind it in any video software. So the whole background is just transparent, basically. So let's actually see what this looks like before we actually render the animation. Let's see what this actually looks like. Yeah, this isn't looking so good. So I'm going to add a light. I always go for the area light because it renders everything above. And I always put it above the character because it's just easier. And then if you press this one that says data, it's like a light bulb. I'm going to put power at 100. And then you want to adjust it right. You can also change the color of the light. If it's like a sunny day for your character, you might want to change the color of the light to yellow. I'm going to keep it as like a whitey green kind of color. You kind of want to make the light like a similar color to the character. So at the moment, it's a bit too bright, I'd say. Now, another problem we have is the camera is in the wrong place. When we click the camera button, it is not in the right place. So I'm gonna move it manually. So I'm gonna go on View, Navigation, and I'm gonna go all the way down until it says Walk Animation. And then now we can move the camera around with our mouse. Press E, we go up. So you can kind of control it with just the keyboard. And then to lock the position, you just left click, and then the position is locked. So when you go on the camera, you can see the animation walking now. Except I kind of want the animation to kind of be viewed from the side a bit, so I'm going to move it to the side like this, so you can actually tell that the arms are moving a bit more. And then in the render, you can't actually see it properly because it's more pixelated, as I said. And then that should be it. So all we need to do now is double check that you've got everything clicked. So if you want it on transparent, you go onto film and then click transparent. If you don't want it on transparent and you would rather render it with Eevee or something like that, do that if you want. If you're wondering what Eevee looked like, it looks like this. It's not as good. I don't think it's as high. I don't think it's as high, like, detailed as Cycles. Like, Cycles does more, like, precise images. So I'm going to keep it as Cycles for me. But it's your choice, really. I don't think Eevee works very well on Minecraft skins with, like, an outer layer, especially mine. So I'd go for Cycles if you've got a skin with an outer layer, because the light goes down all the way all over the body. And then you want to choose if you want to render it in PNG or FFmpeg video. I normally go for PNG or FFmpeg video. Just saying FFmpeg video, if you want to render it as a video, the transparent background, this will not work as a video. The transparent background will only work if it's rendered in PNGs, so you want to make sure it's PNG. But I'm not too bothered. I'm just gonna render it as a video for me. And then in your editing software, you can just like remove the background manually or something, but it doesn't look as good. So yeah, now all you want to do is go on render, and then render animation, and it's simple as that. You just gotta wait for a while because it does take a while. These are like quite a lot. You can tell this is frame 1, and it's saying how much it's rendered so far, and you can tell it's got like a pretty good image of the character, because I'm using cycles. So yeah, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it, and let me know if you want any more Blender tutorials. I'm definitely enjoying making these like Blender tutorials. I haven't done one in a while. My other tutorials will be linked in the description. Let me know if you've got any questions as well about this. I mean, I suppose the hardest part will probably be figuring out which render engine you want to use, and if you want it transparent and stuff. I always struggle using like the settings on Blender and stuff. I just want to get straight to the animation part straight away, because that's the most fun part of this of just being on Blender. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.